Howdy folks, welcome to another beautifully relaxing Saturday afternoon out here in Altamont Beach. It's in a nice new little beach that we discovered just here in West Vancouver, and we decided to come and have a look. It's so relaxed. I mean, the water's quiet, there's not much of a wind going. Lots of little bugs.
Yeah, there's
Lots
few
of
bugs,
little
and it's definitely not hot.
Yeah, and it's coolish. But anyway, so today I want to talk about something that, oftentimes still freaks me out a little bit as a parent, and that's the freedom of the kids in the schools over here. It's just it's I don't know if it's in schools everywhere or anyway. We come from very conservative Afrikaans families where, what was the saying? Kids should be heard and not seen, or kids should be seen and not heard. You listen to your parents. There were strict rules and regulations. You did what you were told to, and that was the way that life worked. Whereas over here, kids have got lots of freedoms. Teenagers at any age can go to the clinic and put themselves on contraceptives without having their parents' consent, and the clinic is not going to report it to the parents. The schools all have counselors that talks to kids, so kids can decide which gender they want to be or which form of gender they want to be without informing the parents. Then, of course, you've got vaping, which is rife in the schools. There's just every kid's got vapes. They're doing it everywhere. Lots of access to it. And then, of course, Canada is a country where cannabis is legal. So you can grow up to 3 plants at your house. There's cannabis stores everywhere. And, a lot of that flows over into the schools. I mean, not that we were angels in school, but the reality is that there's just so much more access to all kinds of things in the schools, and kids here have a lot of freedoms to just do as they please. And it's not, as a parent, you don't have that control. And it's not like I'm trying to say that I want that control, but it's just, sometimes it worries me a little bit. Although I must say, I don't...
The thing is, teenagers will be teenagers. And I mean, we've all been there, we've all done that. So we know how it is.
We've all made a lot of stupid mistakes when we were teenagers.
Yeah, going through those formative years, you still don't know who you are, where you fit in, what you want, what you don't want. You're experimenting with everything and anything. And you need to still, I don't know, grow as a person.
Yeah.
And in the process,
anyways, I think that's the
friends
thing.
Involve you in things.
You are going to experiment with a lot of things, and you are going to try a lot of things. And the reality is that as a parent, sometimes you want to shield your kids from trying the wrong things and experimenting with the wrong things. But over here, those controls don't really exist. You have all these freedoms.
I think it's everywhere these days, but here it is a little bit more open and more easier for the kids to do what they want to.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously discipline in schools have gone...
There's none.
I wouldn't say there's none, but I mean, it's just, there's none in the sense that we used to know it. At least when we did something wrong, we knew what we were up for. Here, it's just a suspension, and the kids really don't care. A lot of them don't. Thank God our kids haven't been suspended just yet, but it seems like kids just don't care. It's just these teachers don't have much control.
No. They can try and they can ask, but I mean, the kids do whatever they want, even in class. I mean, I hear the kids, and some kids sit on their phones the whole time, and the teacher can't really do anything about it. There are some teachers that try and take their phones,
confiscate the phones,
away to just get them to concentrate on what's happening in class. But it's almost it's almost like not allowed.
Yeah, it is, and as a parent, sometimes those freedoms do worry me, you know. But then again, at the same time, you want your kids to be able to grow who they are and to be who they are. It's just
that's how you become who you are meant to be, is by opening yourself up to new things.
But I guess the bottom line is it still is scary, and I think if you ever consider moving from wherever you are, South Africa, wherever, to Canada or to America, understand that it is different. There's a lot more freedoms and a lot more liberalism in the schools. Not liberalism, it's the wrong word. There's just a lot more freedom and openness in the schools, and people are encouraged, and sometimes I worry that it's not just encouraged, they are actually
making it a new fashion.
Yeah.
To be something.
Being influenced to like try and be different and be others. You know, it's amazing the number of kids that we hear about from our kids that they come back and, oh, this one's gay, or this one's bi, or this one's trans, or this one is some other, you know. It's there's a lot of freedom and a lot of experimentation in the schools. I guess that's the bottom line. And it's something that you need to
be aware of, and
that you need to be aware of, and that you need to understand. It is happening. It is what's going on.
And moving from, for instance, like a country like South Africa, which is sort of still a bit conservative in the way they bring up the
well,
kids.
at least some my kids were under my control because they were too scared to go out. Yeah, they have the freedom of riding the bus and going with their friends. It's like,
anyway.
Now I've got no control. Darn it.
It's that letting go and hoping and praying that they're going to do the right things and not get involved in the wrong things.
Well, the only thing that you can believe is that, you know, at least we gave them the love and we taught them well enough, and they are obviously going to experiment with things that we probably would prefer them not to. But
the only thing that we can say is have an open conversation with your kids about stuff, and always make sure that they know that they can come to you with anything.
Yeah, I guess that's the bottom line, yeah.
Because if they can't come to you, where are they going to go?
Yep.
So, and that's what we try. We try to let our kids know that no matter what, we'll be there for them.
Yeah, we don't shout if they do something wrong. Well, not every time. We try.
We try to be calm about it. Yes, we have our moments where we're like,
what the hell is wrong with ya?
Did you think? What did I teach you? But no, we've all done stuff ourselves. So, but
we've been there.
Yeah, it's just to have that open communication flow between you and them. And
anyway, I think we're going into parental advice here. The bottom line is, if you're moving here, understand that things are different. With the freedoms come a lot of other freedoms as well. With the freedoms to grow, and the freedom and the access to lots of opportunities, there's also freedom and access to lots of not so good opportunities.
It's freedom to everything.
Yeah.
So whether good or bad.
Anyway. All right, folks. We'll chat to you again later. Cheers.
Bye.